your fears. Yeah, I want you to know you're the apple of his eyes, and I needed to know he's so in love with you. There's no reliable, dependable defender. He'll do it and you'll be amazed. Friend, I want you to know he has you in his plan. And I needed to know he's got it in control. There's no reason to doubt. He's done it before. He'll do it again and again and again. There's no reason to doubt. He's done it before. He'll do it again and again and again. He'll do it for you. Say my God. He'll do it for you. Say me. He will do. Say my God for you. He'll do it for you. He'll do it for you. Say my God. Say my God. He'll do it for you. Say my God. Oh, he'll do it again. He did it before, did it again. He'll do it again. There's no reason to doubt. And again and again. No reason to doubt. It's forever the smile. He'll do it for you. Say me. Oh, he'll do it for you. Use the and it seem all of the sky. Oh, he's ever true and he's able. Sticks closer than a brother. He's bigger than all of your fears. Yeah, I want you to know you're the apple of his eyes. And I needed to know he's so in love with you. There's no reason to doubt. He's done it before. He'll do it again and again and again. No reason to doubt. It's the same yesterday. No reason to doubt. It's forever the same. He'll do it for you. Say my God. He'll do it for you. Say me. He'll do it for you. Say my God. Yeah, he'll do it for you. Never give up on your dreams, no matter how hard it may be now. You will surely reach your goal. Oh, he's ever true and he's able, reliable, dependable days. Friend, I want you to know he has you in his plan. Oh, there's no reason to doubt. He's done it before. He'll do it again and again and again. There's no reason to doubt. He's done
Hello, Mr. Sahid. Welcome, sir. Hello, Mr. Sahid.
Okay. Program ini church sama ada kan.
Okay.
So more about yeah.
Where they watch them 7 or 8.
7.
Yeah, indeed, 87. Because that way, what posting made it go on, and the appointment is ongoing, and I'm so in the number and in Benegation Kutu.
Right need to seize the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the maiden edition of this Data and Analytics Summit, a two-day virtual conference put together by KXLG to help you understand the current and future prospects in data analytics, and how you can position rightly to seize the opportunities it presents. To ensure you get the most value, we have today include Mr. Sahid Mustafa from Abuja, Mr. Adebayo Aderibiwe from Lagos, and Mr. Kenneth Omorigian from United. Get a cup of coffee.
Particular interest in water sanitation and hygiene.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the maiden edition of this Data and Analytics Summit, a two-day virtual conference put together by KingXAG to help you understand the current and future prospects in data analytics and how you can position rightly to seize the opportunities it presents. To ensure you get the most value, we have put together industry experts, both within and outside. Adebayo Aderibiwe from Lagos and Mr. Kenneth Omorigian from United Kingdom. So fasten your seatbelts, grab your get a cup of coffee if you can, because you are in for an amazing ride.
Okay, sir.
Alright, sir.
So, good evening, everyone. Right now, we want to introduce, welcome, Mr. Sahid. Sorry, we are a little bit behind schedule, but we still have to get this rolling. So right now we have to introduce our first speaker for today, and his name is Mr. Sahid Mustafa. So I'm going to play an audio that will help talk about, so that will help tell us a little bit about Mr. Sahid himself. Let's just listen to this.
Sahid Mustafa is a development policy advocate with particular interest in water sanitation and hygiene and social protection. He has over 14 years experience working to create a quality life for the poorest and most vulnerable people in Nigeria. He has supported state governments across Nigeria in the development of watch and social protection policies. He's currently a member of the National Social Protection Policy Review Technical Working Group. He has a BSc in Geography, a Master's degree in Development Studies, and is currently a Public Policy and Administration PhD candidate in Walden University, United States of America, with particular focus on policy analysis. He's a youth transformation advocate and has supported several young people to be a better version of themselves. We'll be speaking on youth employability and the need to build future relevant skills.
Okay, so Mr. Sahid, I hope we did not with the little audio we played, sir.
Hello?
Yeah, I hope the audio
Hello,
I just played, I hope I did not. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you, sir. I can hear you. I'm saying I hope the audio we just played did not leave important details out.
No, it's fine. It didn't leave any details out. Thank you very much.
Okay, so welcome. Still going to join us. I think you have the floor now, Mr. Sahid. Let's just introduce yourself to the audience, sir.
All right, so I wanted to find out quickly, the presentation, will that be Will that be controlled by one of you? Understand that from Miracle. Hello.
The slide from here. I'll be
Hello?
projecting the slide from here. I'll be projecting the slide from here.
All right. So you want me to introduce myself before we start, right? Good evening, everyone. My name is
Yes.
Can I go on?
Yes, you can, sir.
All right. Good evening, everyone. My name is Saeed Mustafa, and I'm sorry. It seems like the internet is
Hello, Mr. Sahid.
a bit slow. Uh,
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Are we?
John, people are live. People are live
Okay.
already. You are live.
Okay. Continue, Mr. Sahid. Continue, Mr. Sahid. Hello, Mr. Sahid.
Yes, I am here.
Yeah, I said you should. I don't know if you can see the slide. The slide, sir.
Yes, I can see it. I can see it now.
Okay. You can continue, sir.
All right. So I can go on, right?
Yes, you can. You can go on, Mr. Sahid. Hello, Mr. Sahid. Are you there? Hello, Mr. Sahid. Mr. Sahid, are you there?
The short.
I was hearing again. Okay.
Um, I have been working
Hello, Mrs. Sahid. Hello everyone, please sorry for the breaking transmission. The speaker obviously has issue with his network from his own end, and please just have patience for a few minutes. I'm gonna play our video about the conference while waiting for the speaker to rejoin us.
There's no reason to doubt. He's done it before. He'll do it again and again and again. No reason to doubt. It's the same yesterday. No reason to doubt. It's forever the same. He'll do it for you. Say my God. He'll do it for you. Say me. He'll do it for you. Say la la, oh, he'll do it for you. Use the fuse, then the fuse. Oh, but you will never lose your joy. Temperature is bigger than all of your fears. Yeah, once it's in, I needed to know it's so in love with you. Done it before, he'll do it. No reason to doubt. It's forever the same. He'll do it for you. Say my God. He'll do it for you. He'll do it for you. Yeah, he'll do it for you. Never give up on your dreams, no matter how hard it may be now. You will surely reach your goal. Oh, he's ever true and he's able, reliable, dependable defender. He'll do it and you'll be amazed. Friend, I want you to know he has you in his plan.
Virtual conference this evening, and I just want to apologize for the few delays that we had. So the speaker that is meant to be speaking to us this evening at this particular session is having some kind of network issues, but then he's sorting that out, and in a few minutes he's going to be back live online. So this is the data analytics and virtual summit. Now, the essence of us putting this thing together is to be able to expose the participants to help new people understand what data analytics is all about, the scope in it, and the current opportunities that are available in the field of data science, and also the future opportunities available in it. Because there has been a lot of talk about data analytics, there have been a lot of talk about data science, but very few people know how they can. Yes, the interest is there. Our interest have been stimulated towards learning data science, but very few people are aware as to how to get involved. What are the opportunities there? How can they build a career and stuff? So we have a lot of questions going on, and that is why we bring together today different speakers from diverse industries, with several years of experience in data science, so that they have walked the talk. So they are going to be helping us out to help us understand what this data science field is all about. And then again, just because we understand that there are certain social problems, there are certain things that the average young person is concerned about, and they need to be aware. And that is why we've brought Mr. Said on board. Mr. Said, who is a policy advocate, to help talk to us today about the need to build skills for the future. Yes, we are in the 21st century, and a lot of things is changing, right? The way the world is 10 years ago is not the way the world is today. So a lot of things has changed, right? There are a lot of unemployment everywhere, and employers are talking about skills and skills. So we young people, we already have that awareness that we need to build skills. But why do you need to build these skills? Why is it important for you to build these skills? And what are you doing with regards to the future, where the future is going to, and how are you positioning yourself? So Mr. Saeed is going to be talking to us, giving us an overview about from that particular perspective. And then at 7:30, Mr. Adebayo is going to be coming up to take us on the scope of data science and the skills that you need to build. So thank you very much. And Mr. Saeed is around now, so I'm just going to call him up so that Mr. Saeed is going to take it up from here. So control room, are we good? Control, can you bring
Yes,
up
we are
Mr.
good.
Saeed?
Yeah.
All right, just bring up Mr. Saeed so that he'll take over.
Okay. Welcome back, Mr. Sahid. Mr. Said.
Okay, Mr. Saeed. Yeah, Mr. Saeed, you can go on. Hello, Mr. Saeed. Okay,
Hello?
Mr. Saeed, you can go on. Yes, we can hear you. Please. Yeah, Mr. Saeed. Hello, Mr. Saeed. think his network is very unstable. I think his network is very unstable. Mm. So while we're just waiting for him to fix his network, um, hello, Mr. Said, are you there? Hello, Mr. Said. Okay, while we're waiting for him to fix his network, so now I'm talking about skills, talking about the need to build skills, right? So I get a lot of concern from different young. Don't mind me that I'm using the word young people. Young people. Also a young person, very very young at that. So I see this consciousness and this confusion in the minds of most young people, in the minds of several young people. So you study this particular course and you are done. So and you are still asking the question, what is next? What is next? What is next? And you start seeing everybody trying to get involved with something in order to make ends meet. And as much as it's very, very commendable to get busy doing something, as much as it's very much commendable to be involved in activities, but I think there is a critical question everybody will have to ask, right? And that is having an understanding of the times and seasons to say, okay, what is happening in the world today? Where is the world going? And how can I be able to do what? Position myself for where the world is today and where the world is going. Why? Because a lot of things has changed, right? Even especially where it has to do with technology. Technology is the major thing driving change in this current world today, right? The way technology towards the last lap of the 20th century, it was the internet. The internet changed a lot of things, right? We started having online retail stores from the normal brick and mortar stores that we were used to. We started having online retail stores, and that caused a lot of change. That caused a lot of transformation in the way people buy. A lot of retail businesses, some of them went bankrupt, some of them went out of business. Those of them that could not utilize the opportunity that the internet brought, most of them went out of business. But something very, very also important at that particular point is that it also changed the kind of skill set that is required in the industry, right? It changed the kind of skill set that is required by employers in the industry. That we started seeing people, employers requiring employees with coding skills, requiring employees with internet skills, social media skills, and the rest of them, right? So those people that have that competency were able to position themselves better than those people that don't have that particular competency. But now in this current world today that we are talking about artificial intelligence, that we are talking about data analytics and the rest of them. So it is the new thing that is driving change in this world today. And for the next coming decades, it's going to change a lot of things in the world of work. It's going to change a lot of things in industry, in businesses, in organizations, in government. Every single facet of the society is going to bring a lot of change, right? So now the question is, if this is the kind of change that is coming up, that means the kind of skills that is going to be required is going to be quite different from what we are used to today. So as a young person now that you are looking for, what kind of skills do I need to acquire? Because skills is very very important. Skills is very very important. Your certificate is not just enough. Yes, your certificate is good. The conceptual understanding you've gotten from the university is also good, but very very important skills, because skills is what turns your conceptual abilities into something that is practical, into something that is valuable, into something that is tangible, that people can actually call valuable, right? But in building skills, one has to be conscious with the times. One has to be conscious with where the future is going to in order to build skills in that particular direction. And I can tell you that just as today, it's a basic skill that you have to be proficient. You have to have proficient understanding of computer packages. 10 years ago, not 10 years ago, but let's say 20, 25 years ago, there were certain people that they felt, okay, these guys need to have this particular skills, the computer proficiency skill. But now it's a common thing that is required. And I think that in the coming years, that the same thing is going to be with regards to having data analytics skills. That is what is going to be with having knowledge about the AI and the rest of them. Yes, maybe not having the core technical knowledge, but having an understanding of how it works, right? And for those of us that are interested in, okay, leveraging on the opportunities that this new emerging field presents to build a career, then it's one that you need to understand the space and then do the work involved in building the skills in that field, right? And that is what this conference is going to help you to do. So the speakers are going to be speaking to take us through the different aspects of data science, the scope of data science, to educate us on what we need to do in order to leverage on that, to leverage on the opportunities that it presents. So, Mr. Said, is your network stable now? Do you have a stable network now?
I
Okay,
should
good.
think so. It is. Can you hear me though?
Yes, we can hear you. Continue, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, Miracle. Thank you, Ken Exedu, for the opportunity.
Okay, so Mr. Said, are you still there? Mr. Said, are you still there?
First, I think I started as not. I think I know. I started my career as a classroom teacher, and then moved on to work in the development sector, where I have worked in local NGOs and international NGOs here in Nigeria. I have been working to support states with policy development in the water, sanitation, and hygiene sector, and now in the social protection sector. Another interest I have is ensuring or finding ways to promote um, um, improve the livelihoods or the lives of young people and supporting them to reach their potential by providing mentoring and coaching most of the time to young people. I also find that a lot of young people require this guidance. They require this the guidance, the mentorship, and the advice. Those are invaluable. Those are things that will be with you for a very long time and help you chart your way through the course of life. Having said all of that, I would like to say, and it's saying that the economy, and so I mean, Miracle has said a lot about other groups of Nigerians today. So I am not going to be focusing on data science. I'm not an expert in data science. I will just be talking about some of the opportunities that are available for young people to position themselves and see that there's a need for for them to begin to develop their skills in areas that are changing. New skills are being needed, and over time, I'm sure that as we start, we will understand or comprehend that a little bit more. So, Miracle, if you don't mind, you can project the presentation now so that we can start fully. Hello? I hope I haven't been talking to myself. Hello? Hello? Oh my God.
You haven't been talking to yourself.
Oh,
I'm with
okay.
you. I'm with you, sir.
All right, great, great.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, so
I'm with you, sir.
that's good. Can we start? All right. All right.
Yes,
So
we
the
can.
presentation is on building skills for the future. And like I said, it's going to not focus on any particular skill, but maybe focus on why you need to build skills for the future. Why? Why do we need to build skills for the future? I don't know if people listening to us can engage with us through the chat box. So if you do not even feel that you need to build skills for the future, if nothing scares you how we are going as a nation or globally. Maybe if we look at the the background, let's even ask ourselves, how many are we in Nigeria? How many? I'm sure if I ask now and I have the opportunity to get people to type this in their chat box, people will have different information, like different numbers. You'll be typing different numbers. Some will say we are 180, some will say 190, some will say 200 million, some will say 206, and so on and so forth. But the truth is that we are, hello, the number of people in Nigeria is huge. And this is no news. We are the biggest population, the biggest black population in the world, the largest population in Africa. So we are huge. We are a huge number, and this is a blessing, but can also be a curse for us as a country. We have a very large young population, and it's Nigerians is huge. They are beginning to have population is beginning to age, and they are now worried. We have young people in large, and like I said, this could be a blessing if
Mr. Sahid, are you still there? Hello, Mr. Sahid. Are you still with us? Hello, Mr. Sahid. Mr. Sahid. Mr. Sahid, are you still with us?
hello, hello,
Anything for us?
hello. Can you hear me now? Hello,
Hello, Mr. Sahid,
hello.
are you still with us?
Yes, I am here. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, Mr. Sahid.
Hello? All right. So
Yeah, Mr. Sahid.
I'm just I can hear you, Orok. I can hear you. So in a nutshell, the point I was trying to make is that if anything doesn't scare you, the statistics, our social statistics, socioeconomic statistics in Nigeria should scare you, and it should spur you to understanding or knowing that there is a need for you to do something differently if you are going to be successful in the future. Next slide, please. So, all right, great. Now, how have we been taught in school? And I don't know how many of you follow this conversation. A number of times, um, organizations have said, employers have said that, you know what, Nigerian young people, Nigerian youths are unemployable when they graduate from the university. I have been in a number of interview panels, and I will tell you, I have seen the good, the bad, and the ugly in our interview panels, where you will see a whole graduate, people who graduate with really good results, do not have basic skills. And when I'm talking about basic skills, I'm not even talking about complex skills like data analytics and the rest of them. I'm talking about normal everyday skills like problem solving, creative thinking, critical thinking skills that you should normally have after you graduate from university. Interpersonal skills, how important that is. People hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can. We can.
All
We
right.
can
So
hear you.
now um Now, the system we are running in Nigeria currently does not prioritize skills that is needed for our young people to compete favorably in the employment market. There are so many stories that you will hear. I would ask myself, how did this person graduate? Hello? All right. Now, research has also showed that graduates do not meet employer expectations of required and actual skills in community. Now, this research was conducted by Palladium, and to be honest with you, this is something that we see on a daily basis. Can you go to the next slide, please? This is something that we see on a daily basis, where people do not have basic communication skills. Somebody graduates, you give them an employment and they can't write a letter. These your people who have come to me to say, please, I would like for you to help me get a job. And I say, okay, really, what are you selling? What skills are you selling? They don't even know what skills they are selling. They don't have an idea what skills to sell. And let me not make it look like I am externalizing this problem. I had the same problem when I started off. I really did. I just decided, you know what? I don't want to teach anymore. I want to do something more impactful. So I decided I would go into the development sector. And I got a job with an NGO. And for a very long time, I was learning everything learnable, if there is any word like that. They will ask me to do this, I will do it without complaint, whether it's in my job description or not. But even as I was doing until to write down the skills that they have. And then he passed around this paper. And this paper had a number of skills. Interpersonal skills, communication skills, Microsoft Excel, computer skills, communication skills, this one. Some of them I didn't even know what. Immediately I saw all those write that I don't have any skills. And so they all wrote no. But I went back and said, no, let me even check what the skills that make you employable. The skills that differentiate you, that sets you apart from the next person. I'm no longer saying you hear me, to develop your skills. I'm just going to highlight about 4 of them. The demand for these skills, especially digital and technological skills, is higher than ever for those of us that are still privileged to be in the 21st century. It is higher than ever. The demand is there, and there is no one, there is not enough people to meet it. And that is globally. It's not just talking about Nigeria. 19 came, it wasn't funny, I'm sure, and I'm sorry for anybody that has been impacted. We've all actually been impacted one way or the other with COVID-19. But one thing that came out clearly with COVID-19 is that organizations is for us to live differently. For example, me, since COVID-19 started, I can count the number of times that I have actually gone to the office physically to work. Most of what I do it from home since COVID-19 started. And it is because I have skills, I have computer skills, I have communication skills, that I'm able to quickly key into that. Imagine somebody is pushing for his physical meetings, but we say, okay, let's have a virtual meeting and have this conversation. And you hear people say, oh, sorry, I can't use Zoom. Oh, sorry, I can't use Microsoft Teams. I do not know how to use the computer. Now, these are not old people I'm talking about. So they are just young people who are probably in their 40s, some just a little bit older than, some closer to their 50s, yes, but still, that's still young. And they can't use Zoom, they can't use Microsoft, and how to work, alternative ways of working. Everything would have stopped. But somehow things didn't fully stop. After a while, we picked up and then began to began to live our lives. And again, the Nigerian government recently released a document called Bounce. You will risk digital and technological and that's because the government itself is beginning to see that this is what drives the economy. This is the skills for the future. You know, this is the skill for the future, and this is what will drive eventually the Nigeria economy. During the NSAS protest, a lot of the things that were done were not done physically. The planning and all of those things were not done physically. We heard reports of when the CBN stopped the people from paying money into a certain account, and the people quickly moved to cryptocurrency and all of that. That could only be possible because they understood they had the skill for the future. I mean, if you don't even understand the future, how would you even understand what cryptocurrency means or can do for you? You understand? So that is one example. The other example, even with the during the NSAS protest, was that as much as possible, a lot of people could converse on Twitter. They could have conversations on Facebooks, debates could go on and all of that. And even after the protest ended, there were so many people who were organizing virtual conferences, virtual meetings. Again, look at what we are having today. We're having a virtual conference that have meant getting people in a hall, spending so much money to get people in a hall, paying for me to come to wherever you want to have the meeting, and the other speakers to come to wherever we want to have the meeting, and also finding ways of ensuring that people have food during the conference. A lot of money wasted for nothing just to get a 2-hour conversation done. But because of the technological advancement, we're able to sit down in the comfort of our homes, listen, make conversations, and add value to our lives. So even within Nigeria, there are unmet demands for skills for the future. Next slide. Oracle, next slide. Great. Now, how will, following the COVID, how will companies be impacted? I was looking through different websites, and I saw this one called allworks.space. And they did a fantastic analysis of what they think the future working environment. Yeah, I only took a few of the points that I felt were relevant to some of the other things that they have there. Very rich site. According to them, more companies will incorporate digital workers into their workforce. What does that mean? You will have more companies using artificial intelligence. You have more companies using, and I know that when we talk about these things, it seems sometimes far-fetched, but they are already happening in Nigeria. This revolution is already happening even in Nigeria here. It is not something like we used to see when we were growing up, that a lot of the things that looked a bit complicated and exotic were happening only in other countries. Now, we are beginning to see some of these things happening in Nigeria. Now, other things that will be affected are routine work, low value tasks, those things that are routine every day, you do them every day, those things that people call boring routine. Require creativity, it doesn't require critical thinking, it just requires you to be able to put A here, put B here, put C here, and that's it. Those things will be automated because technology will replace human beings doing those things. Increase use of artificial have conversation beings because creatively and critically think and ask questions, and so we are able to solve problems in certain ways that other animals are not able to do. And what the technology will help us do is that it will allow us space to be able to focus on those creative aspects of the job. So let me give you an example. So many work, for example, authorization, run the meeting. Imagine a situation where all those routine work will be automated. I just go there, I punch in, pam, 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 and then before you know it, everything is done, and I'm able to free up a lot of time to focus on the creative aspects that actually need my attention. The other time I went to an airport in the UK, and as soon as I got in there, you do not even need a human interface when you want to check in, when you want to board and check into your, when you want to board. You don't need a human interface. You just go to the machine, insert your details, and before you know it, your boarding pass will just be printed for you without pass and all of that. In Nigeria here, you waste a lot of time on the queue trying to get the human being to punch this, punch that before he or she will print out your boarding pass, and then you can now begin the process of checking. There, that has been automated. But has it made human beings less valuable? No, it hasn't. It has only helped to free up space for human beings to be more creative and critical. As a young person, how do you develop that space in the office for a long time now? Why? Because I'm able to do stuff from home. And all of a sudden they are considered fraudsters, internet fraudsters. But some of these young people, while I am not saying there are no internet fraudsters amongst them, I'm not saying that. Some of these young people, a good number of them actually do freelance work and remote work. Just having your laptop sitting down in the house, you can access a lot of work and be able to earn a good living doing that without leaving the comfort of your home. So let's go to the next slide, please. I think I'm supposed to end at 7. I will rush through. Now, this next slide is just to tell us that it is not just in ICT that these skills for the future will be needed. There is a lot of food deficit, food insecurity globally. A lot of people are hungry, and we will need creative going around the world, especially in Nigeria, in places like Nigeria and sub-Saharan Africa. Even in trade, ICT, construction, financial services, manufacturing, all of these areas are areas where critical and creative thinking will be required. Just imagine that people who are working in these spaces are encouraged or supported to be more creative in providing solutions, in being problem solvers than doing routine low-level task that does not add much value. Sorry. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Uh, I think I've been cut off. I've been asking for him to change the slide, but I just saw your message also. So, what do you suggest we do? Can you see me? Can you see me online? Or can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Sahid.
Okay, so can you go to the next slide? All right. So I had wanted to talk about the positioning for success, but I think this is a very critical aspect of this conversation, really, because no matter the skills you have, no matter the knowledge you have, it doesn't matter if you do not understand how to position yourself for success. But I just had a conversation with Miracle now, and he said he wants to come in here and ask a few questions before we move on. So, Orok, I don't know if we should continue or we wait for him. What do you think? Your mic is muted.
Since we are almost done, I think we can continue since it's just a few slides left. Uh, if it's
All
gonna
right,
be
that's fine. All
a
right. So as I
question.
was saying, okay, great. Yes, yes. All right. Thank you very much. All right. So how do you position yourself for success? And by all means, this is not exhaustive and this is not cast in stone. This is just perspective. And, and I scrolled to the internet just to look at some of the things that people tweet. addressing what you see yourself. Hello, Miracle.
Yes, okay, Mr. Say that was a very good one. So can you just because our time is fast spent already, so can you just in a gunshot style just wrap up with the how to position for success, and then we can take one question because the next speaker is going to be coming up by 7:45. Mr. Said, Mr. Said. Okay. Hello, Mr.
All
Said.
right, that's fine. All right, so I'm just going to now. Hello, hello.
Yeah, continue, sir. Continue.
Okay, all right. So the first one I will talk about is how do you see yourself? How do you see yourself in your mind? Because there's nothing you can achieve if you do not believe yourself. If you do not believe in yourself, you can't achieve anything. It's not about how other people see you. That's how do you see yourself? Do you believe in yourself? Do you think you can do it? Once you are able to convince yourself that you can do it, then you will begin to put yourself in positions where to do those things. Now, attitude. You can't go anywhere without this. How do you treat other people? A lot of the times, if there is opportunity and people are asked to recommend someone, most of the time, I bet you this, most of the time they will be recommending somebody who has made them feel better themselves, not someone who your attitude is your actions. How many times have you seen people tell you something that you didn't think people were that you didn't think anybody noticed? So let's say, for example, you go to work very early. You are the first to leave the office. I mean, you are the first to get to the office and the last to leave the office, and nobody has ever.
Okay.
Oh, like so person. They are very
Okay.
diligent, and that's what I like about them. They get to the office first, as the
Okay. All right, everyone. It has been an interesting conversation with Mr. Saeed Mustafa. He has brought certain things to our consciousness, that has brought certain things to our knowledge, which I really want us to act on. And it's one that positioning yourself for success, just like you rightly said, is something that starts with you. It starts with a mindset. And why is this important? Because data analytics, for those of us that are interested in pursuing a career in data analytics, is not an easy part, right? It's not an easy part. There will be difficulties, there will be challenges. At some point, if you will be solving calculus that at some point you have to go and dust your linear algebra again. You have to go and dust your calculus, and you are wondering, oh my God, what did I do to myself? Right? So it starts with a mindset. So once you have that mindset, your mindset is focused towards a change. Your mindset is focused towards what you want to achieve. Yes, you find every reason to want to overcome the challenge. So it's quite unfortunate that the network issues couldn't allow us to have such an interesting
made
conversation
me
with
feel that
Mr.
there is
Said.
value in it for me also.
Yes. All
It
right,
was
Mr.
easier
Said.
for me to take. Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone, for listening to me. It was really a wonderful
conversation.
Time.
All right.
All right, Miracle, over to you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Said. Thank you very much for your time and for coming out today and for sharing from your heart what you have to share with us today. So I know most of us we are wondering, yeah, is it that data and analytics summit? So why are we talking about life skills? Why are we talking about attitude? Why are we talking about mindset? So you see, these things are principles. These things are very fundamental. We may consider them very basic, but the truth there is that many people are missing out on those basics. And once you don't have the foundation well cemented, the building, no matter, it won't be able to carry the weight of the building you want to place on it, right? So I really love that aspect he talked about. The first point to positioning yourself is mindset. It all starts with the mindset, because there will be a lot of challenges, there will be a lot of difficulties along the way, but it takes a mind that is focused on change. It takes a mind that is focused on building value, on self-development, to be able to weather those challenges. And trust me, you're going to need a lot of it in your data analytics and data science journey. So thank you very much, Mr. Said. Once again, I really appreciate you coming out. And guys, now we are getting into the business of data science. We are getting into the business of data analytics, and the speaker is already on standby. So we are going to be calling him up at 7:45. So we are going to just go for some quick commercials, play some music so that we get to. And so sorry, we were supposed to take questions, but because of the time wasted, we won't be able to take our questions again. So we are going to be going on a quick commercial now. So play music, you're gonna dance and enjoy yourself before we start the next session. So thank you very much, Mr. Said. Thank you so much. So guys, in the comment section, let's show Mr. Said some love. Say thank you, Mr. Said. You can use fire emojis, you can use thumbs up emojis. So let's show Mr. Said some love. Thank you very much, sir. Are you still there, Mr. Said?
I am. Thank you very much, Miracle. Thank you for the opportunity. I'm grateful. Thank you very much. And I'm really sorry about the internet.
We are in Nigeria. We are in Nigeria, so we understand. That's why we are looking for change. That's why we are having this meeting, so that we'll look for change. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. All right.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Yes, control room, please give us some music while we wait for the next session. Control, give us some music. So guys, lest I forget, please don't go too far. Don't go too far. Just stay around. If you want to go and get something to grab a cup of coffee, just grab a cup of coffee. Don't go too far. We are coming back very soon to kick off with the data analytics, the session with Mr. Adebayo Adeyudibo. So thank you very much. So control room, please give us some music, play us some this before while we wait for the next session. Yeah. All right, thank you guys. We're coming back soon. So you just stay around. So don't go far.
Again and again, no reason to doubt it. The same yesterday, no reason to doubt. It's forever the same. He'll do it for you. Say, ooh, he'll do it for you. Say, ooh, he'll do it for you. Say, oh, he'll do it for you. Used, abused, and accused, and it seemed all hope is gone. But but you will never lose your joy. He's ever true and is able, sticks closer than a brother. He's bigger than all of your fears. Yeah, I wanted to know you're the apple of his eyes, and I needed to know he's so in love with you. There's no reason to doubt he's done it before. He'll do it again and again and again. No reason to doubt. It's the same yesterday. No reason to doubt. He's forever the same. He'll do it for you. Say my God. He'll do it for you. Say me. He'll do it. For you. Never give up on your dreams, no matter how hard it may be now. You will surely reach your goal. Oh, it's ever true when he's able, reliable, dependable defender. He'll do it and you'll be amazed. Friend, I wanted to know he has you in his plan, and I needed to know he's got it in hold. There's no reason to doubt anymore. He'll do it again and again and again. There's a doubt he's done it before. He'll do it again and again and again. He'll do it for you. Say my God. He'll do it for you. Say me. He will do say my God. For you. He'll do it for you. No reason to doubt. It's the same yesterday. No reason to doubt. It's forever the same. He'll do it for you. Say my God. He'll do it for you. Say me. He'll do it for you. You some, but you will never lose your joy. He's ever true and is able, sticks closer than a brother. He's bigger than all of your fears. Yeah, I wanted to know you're the apple of his eyes, and I needed to know he's so in love with you. There's no reason to doubt he's done it before. He'll do it again and again and again. Never give up on your dreams, no matter how hard it may be now. You know he's ever true and he's able, reliable, dependable, defender. He'll do it and you'll be amazed. Friend, I want you to know he has you in his plan, and I needed to know he's got it in control. There's no and again, there's no reason to doubt, 'cause I look forward to it.
There's supposed to be one Coke. Coke is inside.
Rightly to seize the opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the maiden edition of this Data and Analytics Summit, a two-day virtual conference put together by KNX Edu to help you understand the current and future prospects in data analytics and how you can position rightly to seize the opportunities it presents. To ensure you get the most value, we have put together industry experts, both within and outside the country. They include Mr. Saheed Mustafa from Abuja, Mr. Adebayo Aderibigwe from Lagos.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening.
Hello, Mr. Bayo. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Good to have you
Few
with
technical
us.
challenges on my end. I hope it's better now.
Yeah, it's we can hear you clearly.
Okay. So can I proceed?
You can, sir.
Also, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure having the opportunity to speak with you this evening. And I hope we learn a lot. And thanks to the organizers, it's a lot of value. I would request that you please let me share my slide. Interestingly, my own PC is acting funny today, so I'm actually having to use all the mobile devices I have. So please just, can you bring up my slide for me? Let me confirm when it's up. Please let me know my slide is up. Okay, I want to assume my slide is up. Today, I've been saddled with the task of talking to us about the scope of data science field and skills required to succeed. If you can see my slide on the very first page, I've emphasized some interesting words. So some are bolding, some others are underlined. So we're looking at scope. We try to define data science, and then in the field in itself, it's over the years it's grown bigger than it's growing every day. And then we talk about the skills required, and then what I think would help us succeed. I won't be teaching data science today. That's not the intention. The intention is to provide some guidance. Recently, I'm currently listening to a book called Peak Performance, and it talked about the fact that for you to be an expert chess player, you need to spend more time watching and understanding the game than playing the game. Because if you play the game with the same understanding you go in, then you really never get better. You just be good at making the same moves you've been making every time. But endeavor to if you endeavor to study the game, watch other patterns, look at formations, then you'll be able to add value. So I will be starting with that. So first, a little about myself. I'm a data scientist by profession, by practice. I am also a community convener. And so I bring people together to build data science competence and AI competence, because I strongly believe that AI can indeed make remarkable difference and remarkable impact in our community. I'm so convinced that it can really solve business problems and societal problems. I've worked in different roles in two different organizations in the banking industry and the oil and gas industry. I have a first degree in electrical and computer engineering. I have a master's in data science. And from the slide, you can see, hopefully, I hope the slide is up. You should be able to see, that's the second page, my details. So let's go ahead and talk about the first thing I want us to. So data science. What is data science? Now, if you look at definition on your screen, just please hold on. Yes, let me be sure we're saying the same thing. So I'm having to look at a different screen here while making presentation to us. So what is data science? I like the definition that came from Wikipedia, and every time I'm opportunity to talk to and present, I always go back and verify if that definition has changed. And recently, I also found one that I've highlighted, which I've never thought about it that way, but I think it's a good way to look at it. So let's understand what data science is. Is the sexiest job for the 21st century. There are so much vacancies, several opportunities, but what is data science in itself? So data science can also be referred to as data-driven science. And I've highlighted because this is new to me. In my previous presentations, I've never seen it as data-driven science. But when you think about it, that's really what it is. And it's an interdisciplinary field about scientific methods, processes, and the goal is to extract knowledge and insight from data. And I've also underlined data of various forms, whether structured or unstructured. So in a nutshell, data science is everything that is involved in drawing insight from data. Everything that is involved, every competence that is required to draw insight from data is data science. And you would observe that it involves obviously several skill sets, because if it's everything that is involved, then you have to bring several skill sets on board. And that will lead me to one slide that over time people are, it's not as popular as it used to be, but this slide is foundational. That's slide number 4. Yes, that is up now. This slide is foundational and is the Conway slide trying to define what data science is all about. And I've always found this slide as the foundation in making a case for data science. So data science is a combination of substantive expertise, which is basically domain knowledge. Maybe you're in the oil and gas industry, maybe you're in the finance industry, maybe you're into insurance, maybe you're in the health sector. Then when you layer that competence with sound mathematics and statistics, and then leverage computing skills, which is programming, a sound understanding of software engineering, and the likes of it, when you layer it together and you're able to combine these three, what comes up is data science. The reason why I'm showing us this is because it's important we realize that several skills and competence are required to become a data scientist. It's not a flash in the pan thing. So I want to become a data scientist in the next 6 months. Yes, you'll be able to do a lot if you start today, but there'll be several other things you will need to learn even after several years. And so it's critical we understand that that's a combination of several skill sets. And that's why when you look at job vacancies and opportunities, you will see them asking you for an understanding of statistics, whether you can program in R or Python, or sometimes Scala. Sometimes you even be seeing things like programming Java and the likes of it, because some level of competence in computing to the level of programming is very critical for you to be a well-rounded data scientist. Now let's look at it again. So we've looked at it from the skill set perspective. Now let's look at it from what domains of computer science and what domains of knowledge is involved in data science. So you would notice that I have this big blue that says artificial intelligence. So there's artificial general intelligence, there's artificial narrow intelligence. So far, humanity has been able to do well with artificial narrow intelligence. Artificial general intelligence, we are making efforts, but we are not there yet. So yes, terminators may come in the future, but they are not ready today, and they still look far-fetched. However, what we found out is that in the course of trying to grow this artificial intelligence competence, several domains have become very helpful to humanity in solving problems that we could not solve in time past are now available to us. So within the big parent, the universal set, you have artificial intelligence. It's a combination of several things. We have things like, please just a moment, please, excuse me. I want to confirm something. So we have things like robotics, natural language processing, perception, where you find computer vision, where you find speech recognition. We have things around planning, where you think about scheduling. And then within artificial intelligence, you have machine learning. All this machine learning, basically being able to learn from data. Normally when we program or write software, you define the steps that the algorithm that the program will follow. You give it an input, you define the steps, and then when you put in the input, what you expect is an output. Now, what you do with machine learning is basically you give the machine or the computer the input, you show it what the output looks like, and on its own it forms a pattern, which is the algorithm which you would have originally written. And then it takes that, you now take that algorithm and give it new data that it has not seen before, and then is able to make decision from it. Before now, if you're going to apply our traditional programming method to define a dog, you would define the class dog, you would define the legs, the ears, the eyes, the skin, and everything that will form. And then when you pass your data to it, it goes through that step and then define this is a dog or not a dog. But when it comes to machine learning, you show it a dog, you show it, you tell it what dogs are, and you allow it on its own form the algorithm, the set of procedures, the logic through which it can identify a dog. A deeper dive, a bigger, a more improved domain within machine learning is deep learning, which is really artificial neural network at play. Now, you see that data science is not all artificial intelligence. Neither is it all machine learning. Neither is it all deep learning. It also involves some level, as in a lot of statistics. Another one that comes to mind also involves operations research. And what is operations research is a more matured field. Schools like University of Lagos, I believe, does operations research at the first degree level or at master's level. And that's Unilag. Operations research really is that domain of mathematics which tries to model situations, and then we go to optimize that situation. So you see model, you are able to influence the result and then feed that result back to reality. And so data science is a lot, contains some of this. That's where you see things like optimization and the likes of it. So that's on defining what data science is, and it's important we define it so we don't get caught up in. So again, people will ask, what's there between artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science? For me, data science is the application of machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence competence in solving problems. So we're talking about the scope of the data science field and the skills required to solve. So I've talked about what data science is. So let's talk about the scope. And in defining the scope, I will just give us some few illustrations. The first one is, we've heard data is the new oil. And yes, we are right if we say data is the new oil. We're right in the sense that, please hold on, I want to be sure. Please hold on, please. I'm noticing, I just need to confirm something. Okay. Please hold on, please. Please, you just have to give me a minute. Please, just a moment, please. I need to fix something here. Please hold on. I just need to confirm something is working on my end. So I had several issues with my gadgets today. So I'm actually using my mobile devices. So yes, you'll be right if you say data is the new oil. Yes, because like oil, you can get several byproducts from it. You need to extract it. You need to process it. You need to refine it for you to get value out of it. And like oil, it is beginning to draw attention by corporates and global authorities. You see organizations like Google, Facebook, very painstaking, very deliberate in curating data, in gathering data, because they know the more data they have, the more insight they can drive. Now, the second thing is beyond oil. So data is not the new oil. It is more, much more. Why? Because oil is finite. So we have, as in, oil is finite. oil can't be created because it takes a long while for it to be created because it's from hydrocarbon, which is a lot of organic matter that has decomposed over millions of years. But do you realize that data is not finite? Data is abundant. Actually, every day we are creating data. Every day we are creating data. And beyond that, data is not geographically constrained like oil is. So you have some countries in the world that do not have oil. But there's no nation that does not have data. And there's no nation that cannot gather data. There's no organization that does not have data. The challenge may be that it's in a very raw state and it can't, they need to organize it properly so that they can use it. But data is in abundance. The question is, what sense can we make or draw out of data? Now, another one that you probably have also heard, and the next slide, please, is AI is the new electricity. It was actually Andrew Ng that said this. And the same way electricity changed the world, electricity influenced factories. Before now, when there was no electricity, some factories had to be located close to rivers because that is where they get the energy to drive machinery. But the moment electricity came in, location of factories changed. How factories are structured changed. Several things changed. And AI will change the world. It will change, it will easily impact every sector. It will impact every sector. And that will lead me to the next slide on a research done by McKinsey using the 2016 global economic view. That's the next slide, please. And this slide by McKinsey, every time I do presentation, especially when it comes to introduction to data science, I always want to draw everybody's attention to this slide. I work in the oil and gas sector, and when I look at even what McKinsey said and some of the sectors they looked at, on my own, I can identify some other sectors that were not even considered, they did not look into. But McKinsey is saying in this 2016 report, using 2016 economic outlook or data and records, that AI and analytics is able to create value between 9.5 trillion to 15.4 trillion dollars. We live in Nigeria. You may want to take the calculator and do the computation. But that's the value AI can create. But take note. So question you ask yourself, what is in it for me? It is people with competence that can unlock this value. Just like crude oil, you can't just wake up in the morning, go behind your house and say, oh, I found crude oil and get it out. You need some level of competence. You need to be a geologist. You need not just geologists, you need the petroleum engineers. You need every other person to join in the work. You need the mechanical engineers and several skill sets to get that oil out and make it valuable. And so for us to draw out this value, we need individuals with the requisite competence to make that possible. And that will take me to talk about skills. Remember, I'm not teaching data science today. Basically, I'm showing you the possibilities in data science. I'm pointing you in some direction. I'm trying to make a case for why you should consider data science as a skill set, as a profession, as something you should consider. Now, so we'll talk about skills. But before we talk about skills, I'd like us to talk about job roles. Over the years, several job roles have emanated, have come out of the data science field. So we have data analyst role, we have the data scientist role, we have the machine learning engineers role, we have the machine learning scientist role, we have the machine learning researcher role. One that's become very important now is the data engineers role, because we need to operationalize our models, we need to deploy them in production, and we need to find a way to talk to already existing data repository or databases, and then take into cognizance the new database structures that are now available. We have also the software engineers role with focus in machine learning. These are some of the job roles here did not exist about 5 years ago. Some of them are very, the data engineers role, I doubt if they existed like 5 years ago. But these roles are quickly evolving, and come and tell you that the opportunities in the data science and AI domain is still unfolding. It's still unfolding, the data architect. So new roles are coming up every day. And you could, on your own, go and browse and look at different definitions. But let me now drill down. So I talked about these roles. Let's talk about the skills required. And that will make me point us to, please, the next slide. Point us to the Workella AI Career Pathways Report. It's available on the internet. You can go to their site and download it. And Workella AI is a deep learning.ai company. And please, next slide, please. Please, let's have the next slide. Thank you. So now they have done some good research and have identified skills that are important for anyone wanting to build a career in AI. And they've identified some core areas: data science, mathematics, machine learning, algorithmic coding. Because again, when it comes to programming, your codes have to be so efficient. Your code has to be very efficient. So you need to understand what kind of algorithms you use for what. Software engineering practices, communication, which includes your reporting, your dashboards, your visualization, then an understanding of the business domain. Which industry are you looking at? And depending on what job AI role you're looking at, it will determine how much emphasis you need to place. If you go and look at that report, you will find the different emphasis for the different roles are talked about. So the one on the screen currently is the one for a data scientist. So for a data scientist, you expect your communication to be sound. You need to be very sound in machine learning. You need to be very sound in data science, business acumen, and mathematics. You may not be involved in productionizing your solutions, but you would need to be able to communicate the results. Sometimes they are reports, sometimes they are dashboards. You need to be able to make that available. And if you check other roles in that link I've provided, you would see, and you can go and check it on the Workella AI Career Pathways report. You would see the recommendation by Workella for the different AI pathways. Now, with that said, I want to, next slide, please. I want to draw attention to some few things, just some key things. One, knowledge is open source. Organized knowledge is what is premium. What do I mean? Today, there are abundant resources on the internet for you to build your competence. Recently, I've been very interested in doing AI for healthcare. And I said a course on Coursera, paid course. And while I've probably taken like one or two, I finished one, thinking of doing the second one. And MIT released their AI for healthcare and made it open source, fully available, free of charge. And so if my argument and my case, so I can't afford to pay for Coursera's course, MIT has made theirs available, open courseware, so there's really no excuse. And that's why I say knowledge is open source. What we really pay for is knowledge that is organized. That is really what we pay for, because excuse me, we have several knowledge everywhere, as in all over the internet, from different sources. We need it organized in such a way we can take it in. And that takes me to my next slide, which, yes, we all say knowledge is power, but it is organized knowledge that produces results. So you can have knowledge about several things, but it's only when that knowledge is focused, organized, and properly put together that it produces results. And that is why there's a place for training, there's a place for online courses, Coursera, deeplearning.ai, there's a place for all of them, because they help you organize knowledge, because you really don't know what to study. And that is why organized knowledge is really what produces results. Just knowledge on its own really means nothing, except it's organized and it's specialized. So how does one acquire these skills? Number one, there's next slide, please. So one is self and structured learning, and I think I talked about that. So you can start off by learning on your own, but I would recommend structured learning, because structured learning delivers results faster than disorganized learning. And so when you're trying to, because there's so much information on the internet, so if you're learning data science from Microsoft Learn, at the same time you're learning from Google, at the same time you're learning from Amazon, at the same time you're doing EDX, at the same time you're doing Udacity, you would get very confused. So it's important you have a structured approach to learning. And you could reach out to me if you need a structured approach. We could talk about where you are, what you've learned, and we should be able to recommend to you a structured approach. So I would recommend a structured approach to learning. Then beyond that, you also need to participate in projects, project-based learning. So we want to see how you're able to take these concepts, these theories, and you are able to use it to solve a problem. There are competitions, there are hackathons, and there are venues for you to get involved in a project-based learning. And as we go on to the end of the slide, I'll tell you what I'm currently into that can help you begin to grow that competence and acquire that real-world experience. The other one again is, I want to attention, learning resources exist. Some are free, some are paid for, and access as many as you can. But remember, let it be organized, let it be structured, so that you don't get confused. Then join communities. There's several communities. I run one, that's the Lekki Data Science Meetup. To the our competence. Now, what else? Now, what strategy do you follow? I think I talked about strategy. Start with the end in mind. When I say my journey in data science, what I did there was to go to Udacity, and Udacity had this data science roadmap, all the things you need to know as a data scientist. And frankly, I printed it out and was crossing them out one by one, closing the gaps. And so today, I am convinced I'm a well-rounded data scientist. I'm not just, I understand both traditional approach, deep learning approach, and data science in a very broad view, because I follow the structured approach. Another thing you can do is, starting with the end in mind could also involve going to look at the vacancies for a machine learning engineer today. Look at the companies you're interested in. Look at the skill set they expect you to know. And then start with the end in mind and start gaining the competence that is required for you to meet that requirement. Then be organized. You need to your learning has to be organized, it has to be structured. So that now I would say is this: you need patience. It's not be to one day. You need practice and persistence. Someone I recently met, I think Ayo, that's her name, also talked about it in one of our presentations, which you can't say, I'm going to study it, I'm going to put 10 hours to study data science tonight. You're not cramming to pass an exam. No, you are building a career and a profession. And so it's better you learn consistently every day than to try to cram everything into one day. Then join communities. And I'll be inviting you to one today. And then finally reach out and connect with others. People are willing to help. If you have questions, you can reach out to me. Send me a LinkedIn message. I will reply. Send an email. I will reply. A lot of people that want to help. Just like I also reach out and ask for people to help me. And I probably just have like two things I want to talk about. So as we build our competence, next slide, please. What is I found that? And next slide, please. Please, next slide, please. So what is we found out Next slide. And you can confirm if you can still hear me. Thank you very much. Please hold on. Please hold on, please. Uh, please hold on. I'm having a little issue with gadgets right now. Please confirm if you can still hear me. I want to be sure that you can hear me.
I can barely. Your voice is very faint.
Wow.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I hope what we have gotten so far has been impactful for us. At least we have learned a few things from today's session. Mr. Adebayo obviously has network issues, and he will certainly connect back as soon as possible, as soon as he is able to sort out the issue. So if you have any questions, you can start dropping the questions on the comment section. Okay, we can all start dropping questions on the comment section, so that by the time he's back and he's done, we can easily attend to the questions. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the maiden edition of this Data and Analytics Summit, a 2-day virtual conference put together by KNX Edu to help you understand the current and future prospects in data analysis and how you can position rightly to seize the opportunities it presents. To ensure you get the most value, we have put together industry experts both within and outside the country. They include Mr. Saheed Mustafa from Abuja, Mr. Adebayo Aderibigwe from Lagos, and Mr. Kenneth Omoridian from United Kingdom. So fasten your seat belts, grab your notepad, get a cup of coffee if you can, because you are in for an amazing ride. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the maiden edition of this Data and Analytics Summit, to understand the current and future prospects in data analysis and how you can position rightly to seize the opportunity. Put together industry experts, Saheed Mustafa from Abuja, Mr. Adebayo Aderibigwe from Lagos, and Mr. Kenneth Omoridian from United Kingdom. So fasten your seat belts, grab your notepads, get a cup of coffee if you can, because you are in for an amazing ride. Enjoy.
There's no reason to doubt. He's done it before. He'll do it again and again and again. No reason to doubt. It's the same yesterday. No reason to doubt. It's forever the same. He'll do it for you. 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 Used, abused, and accused, and it seemed all hope is gone, but you will never lose your job. Truth sticks closer than a brother. Big up fears, yes, it's no apple of us, and it is not a way for you. There's no reason to doubt, stand away, and again, no reason to doubt. It's the same yesterday, no reason to doubt. It's forever the same. He'll do it for you. He'll do it for you. He'll do it
Welcome back, Mr. Debayo.
Thank you. So at some point, I know you guys were saying you didn't get me clearly.
Yes, towards the ending part, we are not hearing you again, sir.
Okay. Oh, please, I'm really very sorry. I didn't realize that. Then now that technical issue. Please, I'm sorry. Let me. So, what do we do now? What's your take? What's your position? What do you recommend? There's more technology. Okay, so please, okay, so let me quickly apologize. I just realized that you weren't hearing me clearly. So what I was speaking to was the fact that there are different ways to learn, and then this in particular talks about your strategy to learn. And like I said, and I'm going to repeat myself, first is start with the end in mind. Start with the end in mind. So what do you want to achieve? And how do you know what to achieve? You could just go online and check vacancies that exist today and see the skill set that are required to meet them. And then develop a plan on how to meet them. Be organized, be strategic, be patient with yourself. Zoom was not built in a day. Practice, 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 and be persistent. And then join communities. You can't do it alone. So you need the help of communities. And reach out for help. Whenever you need help, go on LinkedIn, look for someone that is doing what you're doing. Send the person a mail, be courteous, be nice, and you'll be surprised how much help they can offer you. If you're quite young, you can actually, if you're relatively young, you can groom yourself for even graduate studies in countries like the US, in Canada, and some other European countries, where you can actually get fully paid scholarship and funding to do that. But again, if you start with the end in mind, you see what the needs are, you can develop a plan to achieve it. But if you do not have an end in mind and you just keep going left, right, and center, then what would happen is you really won't be able to achieve your goals. Now, the next slide. Please, the next slide. No, there's a slide before this. There's a slide before this. No, please go back, please. There's a slide before that. Up. So really, what I want to talk about, you can go up one step. Just go back up. Is the fact that I've been in the ecosystem for quite a while. I've been a community convener for about 4 years now, and what I've noticed is that, and observed is that, yes, several of us are already on the journey of growing our competence, but one big challenge is opportunity.
Alicia.
Okay, so one big challenge is the opportunity to take on real projects, and then the second one is get a job. Because at the end of the day, this is why you're doing this competence, you're able to land a placement, and that's been a big challenge. And for me, I argue that those are the two elephants in the room right now for the data science ecosystem in the country. And I believe it's a good time to take on these two challenges. So please go up one slide. And to take on these two challenges, I'm starting a new community with a group of two very smart guys who are also experienced to take on these two challenges. And it's the data.jet.io. One is to connect us with real world projects. I know, yes, you'd say, so how is this different from Kaggle? How is this different from other existing competitions? In Kaggle, you win because you have the highest points, which is good. And Kaggle is very good. Please do Kaggle. However, there are several sides to what leads to a project. So there's a project management side of it, there's a teamwork side of it, there's a collaboration side of it. If there are several things that goes beyond when you work in the industry, it's not just your accuracy measure that is of importance. How feasible is the solution? These are some of the things we are hoping that using through data.jet.io to be able to address it. Then beyond that, we also want to bring coincide with that of the industry. Some of us have been in the industry for a while. I've been a data scientist in the industry for a while, and I'm convinced I have some fairly good understanding of what the industry is looking for. So our goal is to reach out to committee members and serve as a bridge between committee members and the industry. And this is what we hope to achieve through the datajedi.io. Please go to the site and sign up if you're interested in these two things. One, real life projects. You want to gain real experience handling real projects, teaming with others, approaching it from different sides, and beyond just metrics, looking at it from different approaches. Then the second one is if you're looking for job placement and you want to prepare for the industry. Those are the two things we really want to address with datajedi.io. I really apologize for all the challenges with network today. Please, I hope I was able to add value to you, and thanks a lot for your time. Thank you everyone for your time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Debayo, for the well-given lecture. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
We hope to have more of you in the nearest future.
No, you guys can always reach out to me.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
I need to drop off quickly as I have several things that I'm putting at something like that now.
Oh, okay. But I think there's one question where I think you can attempt here. Someone said that how can we convince a trader in Onitsha spare parts market that they need data analytics in their business? In their minds, most of them have run the business for years successfully without data analytics.
So what I'll quickly tell you is this. Don't be impatient to convince people that you need data science. And first, try and understand the business. If you ask me for a sincere opinion, go to that market, work with them for weeks. There's something called design thinking. In this Sigma, it's called go to the Gemba. You need to go to where the problem is. When you sit down in the room and conceptualize solutions, my younger brother will refer to it as armchair theory, just postulating armchair theory. Instead, go to the market, identify a data that you want to solve this problem, work with him for 1 month, and understand what the issues are. Be able to speak his language, be able to address his needs. When you now understand it, and don't tell me you understand it by looking at it from afar. No, you don't understand it. You think you do, you don't. Go and sit with it. Take time to student, go on break, go and spend your vacation every day like a trader, send like them, experience their pain. You will realize that you'll be able to empathize with them and then understand how to solve their problems. And really, what you talked about is really solving very critical. A lot of times we tend to see problems from our own eyes. We need to see it from the eye of the business. Because the business you're adding value to, you need to see it from the eyes of the customer. So if you ask me, you can't sit there in your room and postulate solutions to the market. You have to go to the market. You don't have to sell in that market. Experience what they experience, but look for someone who understands your language, who can explain to you what their needs are. You and I do not need to pick up the business. The business that meet their needs. And then people will now meet and solve their needs and then show them a better way that they can go about it. I hope that addresses the question. And I hope someone is going to report at the market tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. One last question, sir. Sorry.
Please,
it's just a simple. It's just a quick. Yes, it's the last one. They said, how much does one have to learn before he starts looking to get employed or to work on real life projects?
So my position is, so one of the things we're trying to do with data is to have different projects at different levels that people can take on. So sometimes you become a team member on the project, and then you learn from others. You join the project group, and then you are able to learn and as you go. So for me, I think it's a journey. It's a perpetual journey. Even for me, I join project teams today. Even for me, I still have to learn from somebody, even though there are others I can teach also. So I think it's a journey. As long as you're committed to learn and you're willing to give it all it takes, I think you will be fine. But you need to learn. There's no excuse for learning. Remember, you're trying to apply for a job that the job description has been set out. So go look at the job description, see what it needs, and then come up with your plan on how to meet those requirements. Thank you very
Okay.
much. I really need to
Thank
go now.
you. Thank you very much, sir.
Send it as
Thank
an
you.
email, as a chat. I would not mind responding and sending something out.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your
Thanks
time.
a lot. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Bye bye.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of today's classes on the Data and Analytics Virtual Summit. It has been impactful. We had 2 speakers today, and if you missed or if you joined us late, you can go start this live stream from the beginning, and you're gonna catch every aspect of what we did. Okay, so data science is very important to the community today, because a lot of things we do, the world is changing and is trending towards data science. Okay, so and we that organize this training at KNX Edu, we are also jumping, we are joining the train. Okay, and because of that, we have been able to put together some programs that can help you jump along the train in data science, and these programs is going to help every one of you in your journey in data science. Okay, and it's meant to start, we plan to start it in January. Okay, and some of these let me share the slide with you. Some of the programs for data science is Python, which is going to come up in January, and also of course we are going to have the data visualization masterclass with Power BI 2 coming up in January 2021 as well. So if you know you are interested to join this train that is moving at a very fast pace, please, you can contact us by emailing us at knex.edu@gmail.com, or you can contact these phone numbers, and so that we know how you are going to get enrolled. These things are courses that can help us do well in data science, and it's going to help every one of us. So thank you very much for your time. We are going to continue this session tomorrow, which is going to be the last day of this conference, and we're going to have another speaker that's going to talk to us. It's going to talk to us, and the speaker will be Mr. Kenneth Omorodion. Okay, and he's going to talk to us, and the time is going to still be 6:30. So please do well to tune in to the same channel tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry for the glitches, network glitches, for the network glitches that have today. We hope we are gonna do better tomorrow. Okay. Someone is asking me if the programs are free. Well, the programs are not free, but I can assure you that it's actually a very cheap one compared to what you have elsewhere. So just contact us and you're gonna have that information. So thank you very much, and I wish you guys a very good night rest. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you.